Welcome back to another episode at the Dana Lee Project here on our YouTube channel. All right, Mandy and I are going to be talking about something else this week, as we do, topic to topic, week to week, something about women's health, well-being, mindset, food issues. I don't know what's coming my way. So, what's up, Mandy? What do we got?
A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, but I know that during the conversation, we were talking about eating what we want when we want without like feeling bad about it. And the reason why it is like, I can eat that whenever I want. I choose not to today. And that kind of concept. And I mean, that is such a complicated concept. And then so I was like, I even put it in the underneath in the video. I was like, we will come back to this. We will talk about this again. I have it written down. So I like wrote that in the video. I'm like, don't worry, we're gonna talk about this again. So because you had said like nowadays I know that if I want a cupcake, I can eat a cupcake whenever I want. So like seeing that cupcake in front of me doesn't give me the same kind of anxiety it used to. So I'd love to talk about that, dive into that a little bit, because that is it's confusing if you don't start at the beginning. So how's
Yeah.
your court girlfriend?
Oh, this is rough because this is why I have a full mentorship program.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even talk about food until halfway through the course
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a foreign concept to think about this of I can eat whatever I want whenever I want, because I also think it's very misunderstood in the
Yes.
world of body positivity, health at every size, like that whole movement.
Yes.
It's very misunderstood
Mm-hmm.
because when it is rooted in absolute self-care, respect, and honor, you're not under eating and starving yourself and neglecting yourself and abandoning yourself in the form of food and exercise, nor are you overeating and eating things that you actually do not desire, that you're just settling for anything and everything that's around you and you can just consume it because, oh, I can. When you're operating from a level that you really value and appreciate and respect yourself, you also, in our method, the way that I have healed my relationship with food is give myself permission to eat whatever I want, whenever I want. So in the beginning, it kind of was like just this exploration until I settled into understanding. I legitimately know if I wanted, I can have a cupcake every day. If I wanted, I can have ice cream every day. But when it comes down to it, that is not satisfying. That does not satisfy my actual hunger and my nuances for flavor and taste and what I'm craving and different. Like when yesterday we got together with some friends and we had more of like a Mediterranean kind of style dinner, and Steve cooked on the grill. It's like all of that is included in like a food experience,
Mm-hmm.
and having like ice cream and all that stuff on top of it would have in many ways taken away from the joy and the richness of that experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a very loaded question because it's a very advanced work, because you
Mm-hmm.
have to layer in and do other work on yourself to really heal the true hunger, the
Mm-hmm.
hunger that is not food.
Mm-hmm. I want to
And when
put that on a loop. If I really value myself and like care for myself, I am, God, I wish I could rewind my brain and know exactly what you just said, but you said something really powerful about like, it's not about stuffing what I want all the time like a toddler. into my mouth, that doesn't make me, that doesn't, it's not the goal of self-love and this new movement of body kindness, because your body kindness is about being kind to your body, not about giving it whatever it wants all the time. And it sounds so contradictory to what we talk about all the time about, like, it's not about diet and exercise, because it's not. It's about caring for yourself kindly, sweetly, like
Mhm.
giving yourself what you actually need
Mhm.
and enjoying life because of it. And I was just thinking about this yesterday, actually, about the transformation that has occurred in my life. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago about how I was the mom who sat on the couch and asked my kids to get me something out of the kitchen cupboards. I was the mom who was like, you guys go ahead, I'm too tired. I was the mom who sat there and was like, how can I fix this right now? I want it to be fixed right now, and nothing's working, until I was like sick of everything fucking with me and sick of everything telling me that I'm a piece of shit because of the size I'm in, because of the clothes I'm in, because of everything that I thought, well, this is what moms do. They don't have to participate. They just I put I gave myself all these bullshit excuses about, well, I'm a mom, so I don't have to participate in things. I'm just going to like make it possible for them to participate in life. And I wasn't participating. And when I realized that I was saying that to myself and how fucked up that was and how much my kids really wanted me to play,
Mm.
that hurt. And I was like, oh boy, I need to do something, but what the hell do I do? Everyone's telling me, everything out there tells me that I there's so many reasons for me to fail and so many ways to take away from myself in order to be good enough. I'm sure this doesn't make much sense, but I was in that place of just, drowning in my own body and my own hatred, that when I finally found the roadmap to food freedom, and was able to like go, oh my God, there's somebody out there who's actually like, there's got to be more to this than just diet and exercise. Why are you sitting on your ass, Mandy? Why are you okay with that? I could cry.
Yeah.
Why are
Yeah.
you okay with that? Why are you okay with your kids being like, well, mom just stays back. Dad's the one who plays. I'm not okay with that.
You were starting to ask those questions. I even say this within our roadmap to food freedom. If anyone is watching who's in the roadmap to food freedom right now, or you're curious, like, what are they talking about?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we will link it
Yeah.
below. I've been running Facebook ads and Instagram ads and really helping more women understand there's another method to get at this loaded topic, but I break it down in smaller, easier to digest segments that are like, it's like a mini course that is not quite our full mentorship, but gives you enough that could really change your life.
Mhm.
Really change your life. So, one of the things, and to circle back with what Mandy was just sharing,
Mhm.
so one of the things I talk about in the roadmap was about asking better questions and getting better answers. So, when you start asking yourself those kinds of questions, like, wait a second, but why am I okay with this? What's really happening there? It's got to be more than diet and exercise. That can't be just it. Then, no wonder why I showed up on your feed seemingly out of nowhere,
Mhm.
because I was helping to answer some of your questions.
Mhm.
So you've got to be in that curious mind to ask better questions instead of the victim, woe is me, but get curious. Help me understand, what is it about my way of being right now that is comfortable in this mediocrity, comfortable in this discomfort in my body? Because even being in the discomfort, there is a level of comfort.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
The devil I know, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
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 Change is scary.
It is scary. And that's why I do what I do, because, like, why do it alone? And you and I have had previous conversations in here about the power of community and leaning into that. I just don't think as women we're meant to do this kind of work by ourselves.
Yeah.
We're meant to express and contemplate and talk it out and get it out to better understand ourselves. That has to be part of the facilitation. And what if it isn't more for you to do? What if it's just being open to receiving a different way to think
Mhm.
and a different way to see your life? And that makes it so much easier. That makes it so much easier to say, I had this cupcake before me,
Yeah.
but I don't really
Back to the
want it.
cupcake.
Back to the cupcake.
Yeah.
I remember where it started. I can I can follow
Why I
the
need you. This
the
is why I
Mandy
need you.
bouncing ball.
Oh no, where did we start from? Oh yeah, the
Bring it,
cupcake.
yep,
Eating
bringing
that
it back
spot.
around.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, or in my case, I actually don't even like cupcakes.
Mhm.
That's something that I ended up discovering, two things on my food journey that I really didn't. I guess I was so numb to just eat all the sugar and eat all the food. Like, I would just eat it no matter what, whether it tasted good or not. Um, I still love me a good chocolate chip cookie. That I do, but I'm very picky about it. It's got to be kind of soft and chewy and gooey, but it can't be too sweet. Like, has to be dark chocolate. Don't give me any like nuts in it. Like, don't mess it up. It's just a classic recipe. That's what I like. A very simple chocolate chip cookie. I don't always find them, but when I do, I'm like, oh, yes. Um, which does allow me to take a bite of a chocolate chip cookie that's not checking all the boxes and like just leave it. I'm like, no, no, it's not doing it for me. But what I did learn in my food journey is that I actually don't really even like cupcakes. I actually don't like donuts.
Mm.
And I don't, it's not that I don't like ice cream. I do like ice cream, but I'm not someone to, there's ice cream in my fridge now. It will stay in my fridge sometimes until it like grows icicles and like the, the frost on the inside,
Yeah.
because I now almost appreciate like going out for ice cream,
Oh yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
Like it's more of an experience, or like we're out on our motorcycles and I'm like, ooh, you want to stop and get some ice cream? And then like we'll stop someplace, there's a beautiful view. Like it has to be an experience for me now.
Mhm.
So that is part of it. Like it's not just the food itself. It's like there's so much else that I appreciate
Mhm.
that food brings with it. Like I was sharing before, like how we had gotten together with some friends we hadn't seen in, oh God, it was well over like a year and a half. I couldn't believe it had been that long. We usually see these friends like sometimes even twice a year, but our lives just happen. I don't know. But when we got together, like it's the food, but it's like the people you're with. And it's like it's an integration of all those things, you know?
Yeah.
So, and isn't it interesting, like for me to say out loud, like, oh, I don't like donuts or I don't like cupcakes. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's like, yeah, you're allowed to not like some of the sugary sweet stuff. Maybe, perhaps there's somebody listening to our discussion today who's like, you know what? I just eat to numb out. I don't even know what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
I just eat to numb it out. And it doesn't even matter to me if it tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the work. Become a foodie. What do you like? What don't you like? What
Mm-hmm.
do you like in your wardrobe? What don't you like? What music do you like? What don't you like? Like it's across the board.
Oh yeah, just like what I was saying is that I step back, I step back because of, oh, I'm a mom now. Oh, this is, I don't want to be too much. I want to make sure. Like I was like, well, if I'm in my 40s, what am I supposed to wear? Because I'm in my 40s. I don't want to be too much of this or too much of that. I don't want to try, I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard. Like all these stupid rules, again, with rules about what I'm supposed to do as a 40-year-old mom, 40 something, 44-year-old mom with adult children. Like, what does this mean? what am I supposed to do? And then like again, like my kids are all older now, so our play is so much more active than it was when the kids were little. Like we're hiking, we're biking, we're doing fun stuff together, but like so much more. And I remember when the boys were like in their it was probably like I think it was pre-COVID. So they were like teens, young teens, and we went to a paintball place, which by the way is very expensive. Don't bring three boys with you to a paintball place, but it was very expensive. But the boys were like, "You're doing this." And I'm like, "I can't do this. I'm not gonna be able to run around with you guys. I can't." And this is the other Mandy, my husband's third wife. I was like, "Well, I don't think I can do it." They're like, "You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it." And I'm like, "Okay. Oh my God. I tell you what, I had so much freaking fun killing my kids with the paintballs and diving behind things." And I was like, that was one of those little things. Like, I'm so glad I did this. Why wasn't I going to do it? Because I thought I wasn't supposed to do it. And now it's like, oh man, I would do it at a heartbeat now. Those are so much fun.
Yeah, like, I don't know if we let ourselves surprise ourselves anymore,
Yeah.
right? Like, instead of just being like, oh yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, just like your tastes and your palate can change as you grow older. It's like some things you used to never like, and then you actually like maybe you never liked asparagus and now you like asparagus, or you never like I used to drink white wine. Now I don't really like white and I will drink red. And
Yeah.
but like so your like taste and your palate changes. Well, why not adventures? Why
Yeah.
not things that like give yourself a chance at this season of your life to experiment with like just maybe you do like it. Maybe you actually enjoy it. And you just like already made the decision before doing it that the older version of you, the past version, not the older version, the
Yeah.
past version of you used to think this or didn't like this or would opt out.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps like that is something really exciting about the next future versions of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like, and how many times have I said, almost apologetically during our talks on this YouTube channel, about how I'm like, I would have hated myself, that bitch who's like, oh, I'm working out, I miss my workouts. Like, I almost apologetically have to, and I have to probably stop that because it's like, no, Mandy, this is who you are. And if anyone's gonna like get mad at you for either I'm an inspiration or I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I hope I inspire. And if I don't inspire, that's okay. But yeah, it's almost like I would make fun of people for the things that I do now. Like, oh, she's always with her husband. She's always hiking and doing all these things with her husband. Aren't they just a perfect couple? Back when I was in an unhappy marriage. Now I'm like sharing pictures of me and my husband. We went hiking this past weekend. And the reason why I'm bringing this up and why it's funny is because we were walking around this lake. It was a really beautiful day, fall. It's October here in Buffalo. And there's all these people on kayaks, and as we're walking past, we're kind of like, Jim's like, should we get kayaks? I'm like, yeah, let's get kayaks. He's like, will we use them? I'm like, I have no idea.
Maybe start with renting kayaks.
Kayaks, they look like they're having fun.
Well, look at like I didn't end up getting my motorcycle license till I turned 38 years old.
Mhm.
And the previous Dana, now I grew up with motorcycles because my dad always rode a Harley. He is very Harley from head to toe, always has the Harley t-shirt, the black engineer boots, that's like my dad's got chrome on his beard,
Dad
it's not
sounds hot.
gray, it's chrome.
Your dad sounds super hot. Is your dad super hot?
He's my dad, Mandy. I don't know. He's my dad.
Sorry, just though. You're painting a picture for me over here.
So I'm used to motorcycles in my household, and even like my older brother, he'd ride dirt bikes. He would, from a young age, he would build mini bikes and then sell them and then end up buying them back and rebuild them and sell them. So like by 13 years old, he had his little mini bike business in our backyard.
Oh my God, you're all entrepreneurs. You're all
Yep.
doing stuff.
Yep. And so I grew up with motorcycles to the point that I always dated somebody with a motorcycle. I mean, I mean, whatever. Call it snobby. I don't really fucking care. But you had to have a motorcycle if you wanted to date me. I was like, and one of the guys who had like, oh my God, we just like fell in infatuation with each other. I was like 20, and I was like 18 years old. Because I remember it was like 18 to enter, 21 for guys, like 18 for girls, 21 for guys,
Oh yeah,
right?
those were the
Okay, so
days.
he was a couple years older than me. So I remember that, but him and I like fell hard and fast. But he didn't have a motorcycle. So I was like, I got to fix that. So my dad had an extra bike sitting in the backyard. It was a Honda, and he gave it to my boyfriend. So, but what funny thing is, he ended up falling in love with riding, and even above and beyond, like, you know, I haven't talked to him in years, but he continued to ride, and he got like motorcycle groups together, and they do like all these big rides. So I was like, look what I started. But I was always a passenger.
Uh-huh.
And then what happened was my husband is on the fire department, and there was somebody on the fire department who he was a motorcycle instructor. And he would lead these weekend courses that you could take, which made it passing your motorcycle test easier and also got you a discount on your insurance.
Mhm.
So he got a group together, and my husband's like, do you want to do it? And it was kind of a spontaneous, didn't give me much time to really think about it. And I was like, but I've always wanted to get my license, but really like pie in the sky talked about it. And then all of a sudden, boom, the opportunity was there. Now, my husband's already had his motorcycle license. And when he went to Clemson, that was his main mode of transportation was a motorcycle. So when he moved back to Jersey, however, when we got back together, he ended up selling his bike because we were buying a house and we had other priorities. I said, listen, you are definitely getting another motorcycle, but we're going to be adults now and we're going to sell some things, but you're going to buy it back in the future. I promise you, because this is who you married. So he ended up having to do the whole license thing again. So we did it together. I did not realize how much I would have loved it. I was like, I mean, I got on the bike for the first time, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Why didn't I do this for myself sooner? Like, there's
Mhm.
benefits to being on the back of the bike. You get to look around, you get to take pictures, you get to, you know, like it's fun.
Mhm.
But now I got my license a little over 10 years and I
Mhm.
fucking love it. I didn't expect to love it that much.
Mhm.
So, like, this next version of myself, which interestingly enough also came around that time that I was also healing my relationship with food,
Mhm.
coincidentally enough, right? Like, and we have the roadmap to food freedom where it's like that, you know, being on the open road, you're in the driver's seat. So interesting, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's true. It's like there's something to be said for being like the driver in control of your life,
Oh my God.
you know?
Beautiful.
But but I really like, yeah, I was just like that, use that as a way to be like, huh, what else is there in my future that I could actually allow myself to enjoy or to do a little differently or to bring back into my life that maybe I like lay dormant for a while, like drawing, you know, like I bring my like coloring pages into our work and everything because and for years I didn't draw, you know?
Mhm.
So I think that it's like we owe it to ourselves as women as like, you know, if you raise your children, you've done the hard things, you've been in jobs you didn't want to even be in, you had to do things just to adult and to get shit done. But maybe there's little elements that you can spark back into your life of that that like a little bit of fun, a little bit of
Yeah.
curiosity, kind of like a kid again. Like give yourself the chance to do that
Yeah.
for sure.
Really figure out who you are right
Yeah,
now.
right now. And give
Everybody has a
yourself a
chance.
chance to be a little different than who everybody else thought you were too.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that identity thing that we talked about a
Hmm.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm so glad we talked about this. This was a good one. And I mean it. And also, the roadmap to food freedom is $47 at right now, October 6th, 2025. So if nope, yes, today's October 2nd, 2025. The power of time travel. So we recorded this on October 6th, but it will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So you guys will get this then, and it will be available then as well. And you get the recording of the roadmap to food freedom, as well as one-on-one with me and the outside complete support. And I really recommend anybody who's listening, who's curious, this is your opportunity to really put your toe in and go, maybe this is for me. Maybe I'm like, this big, mentorship program was kind of scary. I don't know about it, but I'm really curious. Check out the roadmap, man, because it'll help you. And there's some people, like you said, that have just done the roadmap and walked away transformed, which I feel is like amazing. So,
Yeah, I just had a one-to-one with somebody who a private session with me was included in that option, because it is an option when you go to the roadmap page. You can add a call on with me.
right.
So we were talking. I didn't even talk much the hour we were together. She was just, I mean, about all the insights and connections she made. And now this was a woman who was very hung up on my body is the problem. No, I just I'm addicted to sugar. No, I can't. Like, definitely in that cycle. And this opened up her mind in a whole nother way. I was just sat there and took it all in and was so fucking happy for her. Like, she got it. It is not about the food. She's like, it is about my life. I said, yeah, it is about my life. And she's like, I have become a better mother. I've become a better partner through the roadmap to food freedom, Mandy. I was like, what?
Wow.
Everybody's going to get what they need from it. Can I promise you those kind of breakthroughs and insights? And I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows?
Something
will happen. Though. Something will happen. There's no doubt in my mind.
Something will happen. Something
you can't walk away without something.
Yeah, it's the open-mindedness and the almost like a come to your knees of surrender, so you can receive the little nuggets that are in there for you to receive. It can be incredibly life-changing and really powerful. Do not. Don't be thinking like, oh, only because it's just $47, it can't possibly work, or it's just like,
right.
That's flawed thinking.
Do it.
Do it.
For yourself.
You're asking yourself.
It's all self-paced. It's all, and we're here to help you. Awesome stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you, Mandy. Great topic as usual. And and hopefully we'll see you in the roadmap. And if not, then on our next episode.
Yeah.
Toodle.